Sorry that I didn't post over the weekend. I was taking a break. So, yeah, but anyways, here is part 12. Katsuki walked up to Dinky and grabbed his collar. I promise I'll get you a new one. Dinky said scared. You fucking better. Now get the fuck out of my house, he said while pointing to the door. Dinky and Mina got off the floor and left his room. Katsuki then left his room and watched them leave. Katsuki looked at his controller. He then growled and slammed the controller into the trash. I'm pretty sure he'll get you a new one, I told him. I know he will, he said while walking up the stairs. He walked into his room and laid on his bed. Me and Kirishima sat next to him on the other side. Katsuki groaned. Should I leave? Kirishima asked. If you want. I thought you wanted to ask me questions, I asked him. Oh, yeah, he said, remembering. He hummed, thinking of some questions. Are you keeping it? He asked. Yes, I said, nodding. Okay, he said. Do you know what gender? Not yet. I think I have to be 3 months to find out, I told him. Oh, he told me. Are you going to be homeschooled? He asked. Yes, I said, nodding. When? He asked. When I start to show, I told him. When will you begin to show? He asked. I think 3 months, I told him. Have you been looking for a homeschool teacher? He asked. Yes, my mom is calling him soon, I told him. How did you feel or act when you found out? He asked. Well, I was sad and felt angry at myself. I think I cried for hours. I think condoms work 97% of the time, I told him. Wait, he said. I looked at him. He had a scared look. They work 97% of the time? I need to do something, he said and walked out. I was confused. Is Kirishima okay? I asked Katsuki. He didn't say anything. Katsuki? I asked his name and he looked at me, and I looked at him. He was asleep. How did he fall asleep? I asked myself, and looked at the clock. 2018. And I think that would be like around, it would be like 8:18, so yeah. I then started to shake him. What? He groaned. Why did you wake me up? He asked. It's only 8, I told him. Okay, and? He asked. Did you not hear me and Kirishima's conversation? I asked him. No, he said while putting his hand between his head. I sighed. We were talking about me being pregnant and how condoms work 97% of the time, I told him. He hummed. And when I told him that condoms work 97% of the time, he walked out. I told him, maybe he's screwing someone, and then you told him that condoms work 97% of the time. He maybe thought that he got the 3, he told me. Yeah, I guess, I said, beginning to think. Do you know who? I asked. Who what? He asked. Do you know who he's having with Kirishima? I asked him. No, he said while shaking his head. I hummed. Then Kirishima walked in. He sighed. You okay? I asked. Yeah, he replied. Why did you storm off? I asked him. It was nothing, he said, sitting on Katsuki's chair. Okay, I spoke. Who are you screwing? Katsuki asked. Katsuki! I said his name. I looked at Kirishima. He was blushing. Why ask that? Kirishima asked. Because you stormed off when Yin told you that condoms work 97% of the time, Katsuki told him. Maybe I am, Kirishima said while covering his face. It's okay, Kirishima, I told him. You don't have to say who it is. But how long have you guys been dating? I asked him. About a month, I think, he told me. Is it someone we know? Katsuki asked. Yes. Kirishima answered. Is it someone in our class? Katsuki asked. I shouldn't be telling you this, Kirishima told us. Is it a secret relationship? I asked him. He nodded. Why is it a secret? Katsuki asked, sitting up. If he wants to keep it a secret, he can, I told Katsuki. It's not a secret to us, he said while looking at me. I sighed. Can you guys not tell anyone? Kirishima asked us. Yes, I told him. I don't know, Katsuki said jokingly. I smacked his shoulder. What? He asked. I gave him a scared look. But, yeah, I won't tell anyone, he told him. Thanks. He thanked us. When we heard the front door open. I think your mom is home, I told Katsuki. He sighed. I know, he said, getting out of bed. Katsuki? Mitsuki yelled his name. I'm coming, Katsuki yelled back, and then left us in his room. Should we help? Sure, he said, and we left the room. We walked down the stairs and walked into the kitchen. When we walked into the kitchen, Mitsuki and Katsuki were putting away groceries. You guys need help? I asked. Mitsuki looked at us. And Adrio, what are you doing here? She asked us. Bakugou invited us, Kirishima told her. Oh, she said. Can we help? I said, pointing to the groceries. Sure, if you want to, sweetie, she said with a smile, and we began to help. When did you get here? Mitsuki asked us. We got here an hour ago, Kirishima told her. She looked at the microwave time. It's late. I think you should head home. Or perhaps stay the night. Mitsuki told us. Yeah, I think I'll stay the night, I told her. Me too, Kirishima spoke. Did you tell your parents? She asked. No, me and Kirishima said in unison. Well, tell your parents that you're here, she said, and continued to put away groceries. Me and Kirishima began to call our parents. Hello, I heard my mom. I'm going to stay the night at Katsuki's. Is that okay? I asked her. Yes, she told me. Okay, I said. And are you going to school tomorrow? She asked me. Yes, Mom, I'm going to school, I told her. I'm just making sure, she told me. I know, I told her. Love you. See you tomorrow, I told her. I love you too. Bye. She told me. Bye. I said and ended the call. Yin, I heard Katsuki. I turned around and looked at him. Yeah, I asked. Do you want to sleep in the living room or my room? He asked. Did you ask Kirishima? He asked him. Yeah, he said that he doesn't care. He told me. I then began to think. We can sleep in your room, I guess, I told him. Okay, is that okay, Kirishima? He asked him. Yeah. Kirishima smiled. I think you kids should go to sleep, Mitsuki told us. There's school tomorrow, she continued. Yeah, well, good night and see you tomorrow, Kirishima said and went up the stairs. Good night and whatever, Katsuki said and went up the stairs. Good night, Mitsuki, I said and went up the stairs. I walked into Katsuki's room and saw Katsuki on the bed and Kirishima on the floor with a blanket and pillow. I went to bed and laid next to Katsuki. Good night, I said, and went to sleep.